Well, thank you guys for taking the time today. So why don't you tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind Gabby's Dollhouse?
Well, I think for us, the inspiration was we really reached back and thought about the things that we loved as kids, like doll houses and miniatures and cats. And then we were really fascinated by the unboxing phenomenon
of what
and
modern kids connected to and what they loved.
And seeing these unboxing videos and how popular they were with preschoolers. We got it in terms of course, who doesn't love to open a surprise? But we really wanted to, instead of just opening a product and having it feel commercial, we really wanted to be able to take that same coolness of unboxing a surprise, but unbox a story instead. And really using that thing that we unboxed to act as the catalyst for that day's adventure and story. And then being able to bring it into the dollhouse and to see that magic between live action and animation and seeing that little tiny miniature thing, that Gabby's holding up the camera, and then see it as an animated thing. If it's a character, see it come to life, or see our Gabby cats in the dollhouse using that thing. We felt like it was so cool to see that spanning of the two worlds.
The ultimate in wish fulfillment, for sure.
Oh, well, it's such a great show, and it definitely comes off that way. I know my kids have connected with it. But why don't you talk about finding your Gabby and casting Gabby?
Dreamworks did an amazing job. They knew what we were looking for. We wanted like a young girl around 10, 11 who, really had that connection to camera. And when she looked into the camera, it felt like she was talking just to you, and just sort of that warmth and energy. And we looked at over 1,000 girls, and Lila just really sparked us, not only in her, connection to the cam and just being wonderful to kind of look at, and her wonderful eyebrows and expression, but just as a modeling the, who Gabby is, of having that grit and resilience and sense of humor and that playfulness and improv. She was
not being afraid to make a mistake, not being afraid to laugh at yourself, put yourself out there. And, she's notorious for, she's not the best dancer. And her catchphrase is always, failing fantastically, or I don't know how to do it yet. Makes a lot of whoopsies and really celebrates those mistake moments. Yeah, and Lila really has that.
She embodies Gabby
as a kid and as an actress. She's fantastic.
Yep, she's great.
Having that self-confidence to not be afraid to make a mistake, and to actually realize that making mistakes is how you learn, and to celebrate them.
Yeah, she translated so well to an animated character as well. Was a plus, just with the great eyebrows and her great hair, and she's just adorable. We love her.
Well, speaking of the not being afraid to make a mistake, I know that's something that's kind of resonated with my daughters watching this. And is that the main message you really want kids to take away? And why do you think that's so important for kids to learn?
I think, the whole growth mindset of grit and resilience and celebrating mistakes is so important at this time, especially too, with all the social media and all the other stuff that's out there of what you can see in that comparison, and just loving yourself and being okay with yourself. And, even when you make a mistake, that means that you're getting closer to learning something. And I think it's important as an overarching goal, that's built into the DNA of the show. That's our overarching, because we do kindergarten readiness and certainly shapes and colors. But we were most excited of that because I think as parents, when we found Carol Dweck's book of Dweck, right, of growth mindset, it spoke to us of yes, I want my kid. And they were, the research shows that kids can learn growth mindset with good modeling.
Right. I mean, the whole growth mindset of, it's not that you're either good at something or you're not. It's all about trying and giving it another shot and embracing making mistakes, because if you're not making mistakes, you're not learning. And that was something that really spoke to us. And like Tracy was saying, it just feels like with social media, there are so many critics out there. It's like you need to be able to
laugh at
yourself
so what?
mistakes and have
Right.
moments and enjoy it.
Yeah.
So
We're all in this together, and we got to
Yeah.
be nicer to each other.
Yeah.
Listen with heart and empathize and celebrate each other for sure.
I love that. I really do. Why don't we close it out with a couple of, I know you guys have some fun facts about the show. So why don't you give them to us?
Well, start off with our favorite fun fact.
Well, one fun fact is that the character of Gabby was modeled after my daughter. And when we developed with DreamWorks, my daughter Gabby, who's now going to college next year.
I just have to show the picture from the original pitch. That's the real Gabby.
I love it.
This is the original pitch that we pitched to Netflix with my daughter Gabby. And so that's a fun fact.
Another fun fact is, if you're for all those Blues Clues fan, that Joe is the voice of Cat Rat, our very own Cat Rat. We love to keep, the family going.
Yep.
So we have our group of people, who we've been making shows with for over 20 years. So we love to bring the family back together.
And we just feel like I love the character Cat Rat, and we feel like Donovan's voice just brings such a warmth and humor to that character.
Even though he can be prickly, he's just a good heart. He's a good heart.
That's Cat Rat, not Donovan.
Right. Donovan's good heart all the way. Donovan's not prickly at all. Another fun fact.
You got another one? Oh, let's go.
Well, just, how much we research the show and listen to kids. When we were creating Keiki, when we went in for the pilot, Keiki's signature line was sprinkle time. And as we were showing the pilot, when Keiki did his little sprinkle dance, just a little 4-year-old go, sprinkle party. And Jen and I looked at each other and like, oh yeah, that's it. It's a sprinkle party.
Yes, that's awesome. My kids love that. I think Keiki's their favorite. So
yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank
you so much.
Have a happy holiday.
You too.
Thank you. I think that's a wrap.
All right. Well, thank you so much. This was fun.
Thank you guys so much. You did an amazing job. I know you have something going on.
Yes, right now, I think.
Yes. So feel free to hop off.
That was really lovely. That was our first time doing a roundtable like that. Very interesting.
Well, they loved it.
They do. They've done this for a few of our shows and they always really like it, but I know you guys did a great job. So
good. Thank you. Yeah, that was fun. Thank you for organizing and preparing us and holding our hand.
Yeah, of course. Always here to help.
All right. Thanks everybody. Happy
Thank you.
holidays.
Happy
Stay
holidays.
safe. Bye.
Bye.